welcome back to my channel. It's Dani, and today's video I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful summer cardigan. I made it with 100% cotton, but obviously you can make it with any fiber, any kind of yarn that you want. It's a very easy. I made pockets, and I also made it very long because I like just like this. And I'm gonna teach you how to make it with your own measurements, so you're gonna be able to make it in any size. You're gonna be able to customize. You can make it for a baby, for adult, for children, like literally any size, because you are gonna take your own measurements. So before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, so you're gonna be here every week when I upload a new video. So now if you want to learn how to make this beautiful and super fast and easy cardigan, keep watching the video. For this project, I'm gonna be using Bernat Handicraft. I'm gonna use 1.5 skein for my size. I'm size small, but I did it a little bit bigger, so if you are a medium size, maybe these measurements could work for you. And I'm gonna be using also my measuring tape. That's super important. And I'm gonna use this crochet hook. Is a 6.5 millimeter hook, and for cotton I love to use this Susan Bate crochet hook because I think are the best for cotton yarn. And I'm also gonna need my scissors, and I'm gonna be using my own cardigan to take the measures that I need. In here I did a little sample to check how many inches do I have per each 10 stitches, so that could help a little bit too. And I took my own cardigan, and I'm gonna measure this back panel. So you can either take your own cardigan to check the size or the measures, or you can measure your back from shoulder to shoulder, and that's the measures that you're gonna need. So in here, as you can see, I have 19 inches, but like I said, I'm gonna be doing it a little bit bigger, so I'm gonna do 20 inches. So in here, I'm gonna start with my foundation chain, and I'm gonna chain 48. That's for my back panel, because like I said, I need 20 inches. So go ahead and chain the amount of stitches that you are gonna need to reach the size that you need for your back panel. Like I said, you can always measure from shoulder to shoulder if you don't have any cardigan or sweater to take the measurements. So keep doing this and make sure you have an even number. So in this case, like I said, I chained 48. So when you are done, you're gonna have your foundation chain. You are gonna chain 1 extra, and now you are gonna start doing half double crochet all the way along until we reach the end of our foundation chain. So we are gonna work in this project just with half double crochet. If you want to change the stitch, if you want to do single crochet or double crochet, that's totally up to you, but I like the way it looks with the half double crochet, so I'm gonna keep doing this until I reach the other end. So in here I did my first row of half double crochet, so now I'm gonna chain 1 or 2. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I like to chain 1 or sometimes 2. And now we are gonna keep working in the other side with half double crochet as well, and we are gonna keep doing this until we reach the end of this row. So go ahead and just half double crochet all the way along. So now I'm gonna take my cardigan and I'm gonna take the measurements to see how long do I want my cardigan. So now I'm gonna keep crocheting half double crochet for the amount of inches that I need to reach the long of the back panel. In this case, I'm gonna be doing 58 rows. So you go ahead and do how many do you need. In here I already did my back panel with my 58 rows. So this is how it should be looking. Now we are gonna start the front panel. So to start the front panel, we are gonna keep crocheting in this same way that we have been doing it. So chain 1 or 2, and now I'm gonna half double crochet until I reach half of my cardigan, but I'm gonna stop when I have one stitch left to finish the half. For example, I have 48 half double crochet, so my half it will be 24. I'm gonna crochet 23 because I'm gonna leave 2 stitches in the middle for the neck opening. So keep doing this until you reach that number that you need. So in here I have my 23 half double crochet. So we are gonna start now this part of the panel, and then we are gonna crochet the other half. So we are gonna keep crocheting this half of the front panel. So now we are gonna chain 1 and we are gonna flip our work and keep crocheting the other side. So we are gonna be creating the first front panel. So now we have to keep crocheting until we reach again 58 rows. It has to be the same amount of row that you did for your back panel. That it's the amount of row that you are gonna be crocheting to complete your first front panel. So we're gonna keep crocheting up that until we reach the same amount of rows that we did for our back panel. In here I have my first half ready. This is the first front panel. So now we are gonna start the second panel, and just remember that you have to crochet in the same way that you have been doing it. In here we start from right to left, so the second panel we have to start it again from the right to the left, just like this. So we are gonna start in here in the middle, and we're gonna skip 2 stitches, and we're gonna start in the third. So we're gonna skip 1, 2, and in here in the third we are gonna bring our yarn again, and we are gonna start the same process that we did for the first panel. So chain 1 or 2 and half double crochet. You should have in this panel as well 23 stitches, or the same amount of stitches that you did for your first panel. So in this very first stitch where you chain, it's where you are gonna do your first half double crochet. And now you are gonna just keep doing this all the way along until you reach the end, and keep crocheting until you reach your 58 rows, or the amount of rows that you need to complete your second front panel. So in here I have my 2 front panels and my back panel, and this is how it should be looking. As you can see, it's the same long both front panels than the back panel. So now we are gonna start with the sleeves. So in here I put a stitch marker to know where is the middle. So in here I have this to separate the back panel from the front panel. So now I'm gonna take my cardigan. You can take a t-shirt or a sweater, and I'm gonna take the measurements of the biggest part of my sleeve. So again, you go ahead and measure whatever you have available or your own arm. And I have in here 8 inches. So I'm gonna measure from the purple stitch marker to the right until I have these 8 inches. And I'm gonna place another stitch marker in here. And now from the purple stitch marker again to the left, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna measure my 8 inches and I'm gonna place another stitch marker. Just like this. And now if you wanna fold your cardigan to check that opening it's right for you, it's right for your arm, you can go ahead and do that. And now the important thing is count your rows, because we are gonna work now from the side. So count your rows and you should have the same amount to the right than the left. So in between the purple and the pink I have 16 rows. So I'm gonna start in one of these pink stitch marker, and I'm gonna bring my yarn and start half double crocheting again. And because I have 16 rows, I have to have 16 half double crochet. So I'm gonna half double crochet one, and I'm gonna keep doing this until I reach the purple stitch marker. Once I reach the purple stitch marker, I'm gonna half double crochet one where the purple one is, and then from the purple to the next pink I should have another 16 half double crochet. So in total I will have for my sleeve 33 half double crochet. So just keep doing and keep half double crocheting all the way along until you reach the amount of stitches that you need. In here, as you can see, I just did the first row, so I have my 33 stitches. Now I'm gonna chain one, I'm gonna flip my work, and I'm gonna keep working in the other side, and I'm gonna keep crocheting all the way along for the amount of rows that I need to reach the length of my sleeve. If you need help, you can take your cardigan again and take the measurements to see how long is your arm, or you can take your measurements from your own arm or the arm of the person that you're making the cardigan for. So once you have your measurements, now you're gonna keep doing rows until you reach that amount of inches. And when you are done with the first sleeve, you are gonna do the same for the next sleeve. So in here I have my cardigan almost done. This is how it should be looking. You have your front panels, your back panel, and both of your sleeves. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and put all my pieces together, so it's starting to look more like a cardigan now. And make sure that you are flipping and putting everything in the wrong side, because we are gonna start sewing the edges, and you want to do it in the wrong side, so then the right side it's gonna be in the outside of your cardigan. So I have it in here almost ready, and I'm gonna just go ahead and take my tapestry needle and the same yarn that I was using to make this cardigan, and I'm gonna just start sewing from the bottom. And I'm gonna just do like a normal stitch for sewing, nothing fancy, nothing special. I'm gonna just pass my yarn in here, and because I have a little tail, I'm gonna use that to make a little knot, and then I'm gonna just start sewing all the way along from the bottom to the sleeve. And of course we are gonna do the same in both sides. And now your cardigan is done. So now you can start to get creative and make whatever other things you want. For example, in here I did pockets. So I just did these basic squares. I just did 18 single crochet, and I just create a nice square. And I used this smaller hook. This is a 5.5 millimeter. Because I just wanted to do it a little bit tight. So these are just normal basic squares, and I'm gonna attach them in here with these pins, and then I'm gonna just sew it with a normal stitch, again nothing fancy. And I think this is gonna give a nice look to my cardigan, and I just love it. I love having pockets in my cardigans. And that's it. This is how your cardigan should looks like. It's so easy, so fast. I just love my cardigan. I haven't taken it off since I made it, and it's so fast and so easy to make. So if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you make this cardigan, please send me pictures on social media. I have my Instagram and my Facebook, so you can send me pictures through there. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any ideas or any questions, you can just leave it in the comments down below. And all my social media information and all the materials are gonna be in the description box below. So I really hope you guys liked it and enjoyed this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!